The question on the mind of every crypto enthusiast on the planet is, what is the SEC's game plan? In a trial of the century, the SEC seems to be losing its credibility day by day. While a handful of crypto analysts are of the opinion that Ripple had been wrong for selling out unregistered securities and that the SEC was right to reprimand them, on the flip side, there exists another train of thought, that Ripple is well on the right track and that the SEC doesn't know what it's doing. And by charging Ripple Labs and its top two executives with this lawsuit, the SEC is misusing its power as the financial regulatory arm of the United States. These ideas, propagated by some of the world's best minds, such as Forbes senior contributor Rosalind Layton, who had given her opinion about this in a recent blog post, during which the reporter highlighted in the first sentence of the first paragraph that the regulatory future of cryptocurrency seems to be destined to be decided by the courts thanks to an ill-conceived lawsuit filed by the Securities and Exchange Commission. And in the first sentence of the second paragraph, she says, "I've covered the SEC's case against Ripple Labs since it was filed by the SEC in December 2020 because it had all the hallmarks of classic enforcement overreach." In today's video, we're going to be looking at how XRP's price chart keeps pointing out a massive breakout in the near term, as history repeats itself. For most crypto enthusiasts, it was more about how they could take advantage of that, understand it, and set their expectations to be successful in these markets. If this is your first time on the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button and turning on post notifications. Don't forget you can join our free Discord group via the link in the description for daily signals and a community of like-minded traders and investors. And now you can also support us on Patreon. We have several packages you can choose from according to your particular investment goals, and we have a special offer for our first 100 members, only $9.99 for VIP access on Discord, which gives you exclusive benefits far beyond the free features. Be sure to check out the links in the video description and in the pinned comment. If the lawsuit between Ripple and the United States Securities and Exchange Commission ends well in favor of Ripple, then the SEC would have lost its face within the entire crypto community in the US and beyond. On the flip side, if it ends in favor of the SEC, rest assured that Ripple is going to have to relocate its headquarters down to the UK or China, as we've seen its CEO Brad Garlinghouse hint about in our previous videos. At which point, it would be then recorded in history that the SEC was the commission that single-handedly deprived the entire United States populace of the bragging right to one of the most innovative cryptocurrency platforms, a token considered to be the future bridge currency of central bank digital currencies. History is about to repeat itself yet again, with this coin favored by the CBDCs as well as conventional financial institutions. And if we try to call our coordinates into what it has been like for almost a year, particularly on the XRP price chart, showing how often the exciting moments last and how long the boring consolidation periods last. We all hint about this during a bear market, that when these times come, they don't last long. They go quickly and then boom, we're right back to the boring stuff all over again. And in cryptocurrency, we spend the vast majority of our time in these dull consolidation periods. This is why when price action is exhilarating and greed is all over the place, expert traders try to make the most of it as they brace up for a dip any moment after that. The point is, in these exciting moments, they don't just last very long, after which we have to consolidate for a much more extended period. From what you can see here on the screen, the green period represents where the price action was moving up for the XRP price chart, as it accounts for 42 days out of 331, which means 289 of these days were spent in periods like we are in right now. So we've had 42 days of excitement against 289 days of a bearish trend. With each time the following significant price action comes, it comes so very quickly. And in each of these times, there's never a period that lasted for more than 12 days. While everybody on Twitter is having a blast, saying such things like, "Oh wow, rocket ships, I'm having a great time," and all sorts of kinds of stuff. Kind of like what we saw happen with Doge, right? When it went viral and it became like this pop culture thing to be part of Doge. But what we've learned from all of those things during the last bull run is how crazy volatile cryptocurrencies can be. I'm talking about the big swing up, the big swings down, which is the kind of stuff that we see happen in this market. If you get those 200, 300, 400% rises, you know then that you'll probably get a 50, 60% pullback afterward. Looking through the 2017 to 2018 bull cycle, which had Bitcoin hitting close to the $20,000 price margin, I tried to play a lot of that stuff doing the quick time frame thing, jumping around, getting into this, getting out of that. And a lot of the time, with that, you always get the wrong footing. I realized thus that people who did best in the market are people who were just hodlers, people who had held on through all of the volatility, And then I decided within myself during the bear market of 2018 and 19 and 20 that that was the strategy I would go with. Unlike the stock market, where a significant dip could mean that the world is falling apart, as it spells doomsday for investors, but in the crypto market, such downswings are very typical. And it's not just normal this year or last year, which is how the market has always been, with these considerable market rises coming at the cost of stomaching the big falls. And then, as you can see on the charts, when the significant fall happens, it tends to just kind of torture investors for a little while. And even throughout the 8-year chart, we've right here for XRP, you can see precisely how it works, even for bigger time frames. During this whole period, we have mostly up and about been watching the growth rate of the entire cryptocurrency, in juxtaposition to when the growth started in the 2017-2018 bull run. If we're to grab this fractal, labeled A, and we're constantly sitting here, placing this chart trend from a previous bull season, we could see a lot of similarities happening right here, with regards to the pops at the upside, the growth rate happening at the same place, and the corrections happening at the same time. Looking at where the market is concerning 2017 and 2018, the price is exactly where it's supposed to be compared to our last bull run. I'm not saying that this bull cycle will be as high as it did back in 2017 and 2018. Nonetheless, for the members of our XRP community, we've watched the XRP price go through this trend so much and watched the growth rate. We're talking all about it back in here during this correction back in September, October, and November. Watching the growth, we are right where we were during the last bull run at this time. The thing is, sometimes when expectations get irrationally pushed in a specific direction, we have to be brought back to the reality of what the market entails. Following the recent trend in the class action lawsuit, the team behind the Ripple project has won quite some significant trends yet again. The suit that was first registered by the SEC in the Southern District Court of New York has taken a more drastic turn. The presiding magistrate, Judge Netburn, had earlier granted the SEC's motion for additional statements. Nonetheless, during a hearing on June 15th of 2021, Judge Netburn had dismissed the SEC's request for post-indictment documents along with the fintech company's lobbying effort, which is seen to be a way too sophisticated for a cryptocurrency company. And of course, there aren't many of those out on the market, yet Ripple stands to be one of the pioneers in that realm. Other noteworthy personalities on the XRP bandwagon include billionaire gambler and former blackjack champion Steve Wynn. He had proposed the price of XRP to hit 5 digits to the tune of over $10,000. We also have the likes of IMF boss Kristalina Georgieva and the CEO of SBI Group, both hinting at the unique features embedded within the XRP coin. And most recently, our latest addition to the XRP group from earlier this month, billionaire investor, owner of the Dallas Mavericks and star of Shark Tank, Mark Cuban. According to Yuri Malkin on the U-Today blog, the former SEC attorney, John Reed Stark, has absolutely no understanding of crypto. This was disclosed in a tweet on June 3rd that had the host of the Shark Tank show saying, watching CNBC, and the guest who used to work at the SEC has absolutely no understanding of crypto. Says there is zero utility. One certainty is crypto will continue to positively impact business more than the SEC. I'm happy to educate him on the applications we're developing. But that's it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed it, please consider leaving a like, subscribing to the channel, and turning on post notifications. And remember, you can support us on Patreon and join our free Discord group via the links in the description. If you have any questions or comments, let us know, and we'll see you next time.